Yo guys, I decided to make my own advanced guide for Lucie. I really love the game and I have been playing it for a while. I mainly play supports and my favorite support is Lucie. I don't know why, but I have so much fun playing her. I can play the game whole day, and after I get tired of playing the game, I just go on Twitch or YouTube to watch more videos or streams. Also, I've been looking on different battle royale guides and I noticed that most of the time guides for Lucie are really basic, and all they do, they just read through the spells and show how they look. I was also able to find some guides that were a lot better. They actually talked more about mechanics and stuff and battle right choices, but I kind of did disagree with a lot of things they were talking about. I also disagree with most of the battle right choices. I have different opinions how you should play Lucie. In my opinion, I think that Lucie is one of the most complex support heroes and has a lot of small tricks and mechanics behind each of her spells. And it's also really important that you are picking the right battle rights. So that's exactly the reason why I decided to make my own guide for Lucie. In this guide, I'll talk more about battle right choices. So let's look at your first 3 battle rights you can pick. So first battle right is Potency. Basically what it does, it buffs your Q. Every single time you remove a debuff from yourself or your ally, you will heal for 12 health, and every single time you remove a buff from the enemy, you will deal 12 damage. Potency is a situational battle right. You want to pick this battle right almost all the time against Freya, Lucie, Alder and Sirius. I will show you some examples why Potency is really strong against those heroes. So first of all, let's talk about Freya and Lucie matchup. I'll show you a reason why you should pick Potency against Freya. It's guaranteed that you are always going to be able to heal yourself and you will have a static debuff. You basically just use clarity on yourself. Also, if you get in a situation where you hit her counter, you can just use the clarity, you'll heal yourself and you will also be able to remove her shield and deal damage. If you ever get in a situation where you know that she is going to impale you, you should use your clarity on the nearest wall instead of self-casting. If Freya is putting a lot of pressure on you, you can start casting your fear and cancel it on the end of the cast and self-cast clarity instead. You'll probably bait out one of her dodge abilities and you'll also remove the shield that she gets after she uses it. When you manage to land your panic, you can mouse 1, then you use your X mouse 1 and instantly you throw the clarity. Because Freya probably will try to use some kind of escape ability or her counter. So basically you will be able to deal a lot of damage and also remove one of her escape abilities. Next hero I want to talk about is Alder. His M1 applies a debuff that will deal damage after a time. That means you will be able to use your Potency all the time. Not only you are going to remove the debuff, but you are also going to heal extra 12 health. You also can do the same trick against Alder when you start casting your panic and you cancel it on the end of the cast and use your clarity instead. Most likely you will bait out one of his defensive spells and also you will deal damage. Alder has a really strong ultimate, and if he is able to land it, you will lose a lot of health. So one of the best ways to counter his ulti is to throw clarity just before it hits you. It will remove the CC and it will also heal you. I still haven't made up my mind about Sirius, but I feel like I do a lot more with Potency than anything else. Basically what Sirius wants, he wants to jump on you and use weakening debuff on you, so you won't be able to trade with him, and healing is not an option, because weakening makes your heals a lot weaker and basically you'll be just wasting your heal charges. That's exactly where Potency is really good. Every single time he jumps on you and you are weakened, you can just throw the potion on yourself and you will get healed, and also it will remove the weakening. And it will also push back Sirius. If you know that you won't be able to get out of his petrify, you can just throw your clarity just before it hits you. In Lucie versus Lucie matchup, you will always want to take Potency. There is not a single reason why you should take anything else but Potency. Otherwise you would just lose all the trades with enemy Lucie. Basically you can just heal or deal damage for free with your Q. Because each time she heals, she has a healing buff on her, you can remove it and deal 12 extra damage. Every single time she's going to use shield on herself, you just use your Q. You can also remove panic from yourself with your Q and it will heal you back. Even when Lucie M1, you can still use your clarity and you will get healed. There is also a chance to remove a petrify, but it's almost impossible to do. What I like to do against enemy Lucie is when I'm left 1v1 and she doesn't have a Potency battle right, I just go face to face against her and wait until she uses her shield, and then I just throw clarity so it hits me and her at the same time. It will remove her shield and deal 12 damage to her, and it will heal me and remove poison debuff. Besides those 4 heroes I listed, I wanted to talk about small tricks how can you use your clarity and bait out different defensive spells. If you're playing against Shifu and you know that he is about to get 1 bar of focus, he's probably going to try to impale you after you use your shield or after he uses his right click. So by knowing that, you can predict his impale and remove it by clarity. There are also a few counters that you can completely remove with your clarity. You can remove Bakau's Bulwark just by using your Q. You can also remove Rook's counter. And there are a few that I already listed. One is Freya and other one is Older. I have never done anything like this before. That's exactly why I decided to split it in different parts, so I will just end video in here. If you actually enjoyed it, please leave a comment and like, and I will work on part 2.